Birthdays are supposed to be special, a celebration of life, love, and the people who matter most. I had imagined my 35th birthday surrounded by laughter, friends, and the warmth of my wife, Laura, by my side. I never imagined it would become the night I realized the person I loved had been a stranger all along. The evening started normally enough. Friends arrived, gifts were exchanged, and the air buzzed with good cheer. Laura wore a smile that I thought was meant for me, but it quickly became clear it wasn't. Across the room, she laughed a little too loudly at a joke another man made. A man I had never met before. She leaned in closer than polite distance allowed, her hand brushing his arm in a touch far too intimate to be accidental. I froze. My mind raced. Was this a mistake? Was I misreading something? But no. The way she looked at him, the flirtatious tilt of her head, the lingering touches, it was deliberate. And it stung more than I had words for. I could have exploded. I could have screamed, made a scene in front of everyone, demanded her attention, forced a confrontation. But instead, I smiled politely, excused myself, and went to another room. I needed space to think, to breathe, and to plan the only response she deserved. By the time the party wound down, I had made a decision. The gift I would give her, the ultimate one, wrapped not in ribbon but in truth, would be goodbye. Later that night, after everyone had left, Laura approached me, expecting perhaps a gentle word of affection, a hug, a kiss. The usual gestures of reconciliation after a lively party. She leaned close, her perfume familiar, her voice soft. "Happy birthday, honey," she said, brushing her hand against my arm. I looked at her, and for a moment she seemed unsure. She expected warmth, adoration, forgiveness. Instead, I held out a small box, neatly wrapped. She took it, curiosity lighting her face. "Oh, a gift? For me?" I shook my head. "No, Laura. This is for you. The gift of goodbye." Her smile faltered. What do you mean?" I opened the box to reveal a note. The paper was simple, the words deliberate. "I can't share my life with someone who flirts with strangers while pretending to love me. You made your choices tonight. I'm making mine. Goodbye." She stared at the note, speechless, her eyes wide with shock. "Ethan, you can't be serious." "I am," I said evenly. "I loved you. I trusted you. I celebrated my birthday expecting you to be my partner, my wife, my friend. Instead, you chose attention from someone else. That's not love, Laura. That's betrayal." Tears began to form in her eyes. But it was just a moment. It meant nothing. I shook my head. It meant enough. Enough to show me who you truly are. And I refuse to let anyone treat me as if my worth is negotiable. For a moment, the room was silent except for the faint hum of the heater. She wanted to argue, to justify, to beg, but I wasn't listening. Her excuses had no power over me anymore. I walked past her, gathering a few essentials I had already packed in my bag. I left my keys on the counter, my wallet on the dresser. No confrontation. No screams. No dramatics. Just a quiet, unshakable resolve. She followed me to the door, trembling. "Ethan, please, don't do this. We can fix it. I'll stop, I swear. I'll do anything." I paused, looked at her one last time, and said calmly but firmly, "The only thing left to fix is your understanding of respect and loyalty. I can't give that to you anymore." I stepped out into the night, closing the door behind me with the finality of someone who had truly decided. That night, I drove without looking back, letting the city lights blur past me, each mile a step further from the life I had once shared with her. By morning, she would wake up to an empty house, the note in the gift box her only clue that I was gone. She would realize, finally, that flirtation isn't harmless and betrayal has consequences. And that my love, once freely given, had been returned with a single, absolute gift, my absence. Laura thought she could dance around my trust, charm another man in front of my friends, and still keep her place in my life. She was wrong. I had given her the ultimate gift, freedom to pursue her choices, and me freedom to walk away forever.